What's up? Thanks for coming to High Elevation Training. You're here for a reason. Whatever that reason is, your timing is perfect. Now, the reality is you're here probably because something in your life is gone wrong. Or you're here because you want to change something in your life. We all do. We all want better. We all want to elevate ourselves. We all want more out of life. That's just plain simple hard facts. But the thing is that we all have shitty experiences too. And whatever your shitty experience is has brought you here. So I have to congratulate you on the fact that you are taking the initiative to make your situation better, to make your life better. So thank you for being here. You've decided that enough is enough. Enough is enough. It's time for you to get more. It's time for you to get what you deserve. It's time for you to get the life that you've always wanted. So here you are. Now what? The first thing I'm gonna say, it's gonna sound super cliche, but it's true. You have to believe in yourself. You've heard that before. You've heard all the gurus and motivational speakers and all of these other people say, if you believe, then you'll achieve. And it's not that fucking easy. The truth of the matter is, it's not that easy. If you believed that it was that easy, then all you'd really have to do is sit and meditate and a bag of money would fall in your lap. But that's not how it works. That's not how the world works. The truth of the matter is that belief in yourself is just like anything else. It takes initiative. You gotta start somewhere. It takes effort, and then you have to see it through to the end. Because if you don't make effort and you don't see it through to the end, then you're not going to get the belief that you need in order to get what you want. Now, we're in this weird society where people are trying to polarize all this bullshit, and they're, trying to make you question what you believe. The only reason that they're trying to make you question what you believe is because they're trying to fulfill their own agenda. They have a belief, and in order for them to create the existence that they're trying for, they have to put your belief system down. And that's horseshit. So stop fucking paying attention to all that bullshit because it's not serving you. The only person that you need to pay attention to is you. All of your answers actually come from within you. So cut out all the bullshit. All right, this isn't about me. This is about you. But the reason that I'm able to talk to you is because I am you. I was you. I have been where you are right now. I have gone through so much bullshit in my life, and I've also found my way out. So, the first lesson, stop relying on others for things that you want for yourself. I'm gonna say that again. Stop relying on others for the things that you should be doing for yourself. When you put that expectation of somebody else to do something to create an outcome that you want, and then let's say they're just having a bad day, they run out of time or they run out of energy or whatever, and they don't fulfill something to create an outcome that you are looking for. It's so easy to blame that other person or that other situation when you could have gone and made the effort yourself and got the experience that you wanted. You don't want to have somebody else responsible for the things that you get in life, plain and simple. So stop relying on other things. Stop relying on other people to create your life. It's your life. Start creating your own life. Rely on yourself. Number 2, you're gonna fuck up. We all do. You have to accept the fact that you're going to make mistakes. That's part of being human. That's the human condition. That's the thing that makes us what we are in this world. We have the ability to do something, screw it up completely, and then learn from it and then get better and move forward. When we overcome that thing, that mistake, we get a reward. We get to feel great about it. So you're going to screw up. You're going to make mistakes, and you just have to accept it. We're going to talk about this in a video a little further down the road, but I needed you to hear it now because this is one of the biggest barriers for moving forward and getting change that we want in our lives. If we are afraid of making mistakes, it's going to prevent us from taking the initiative and the effort and seeing things through in order to create the belief in ourselves. And quite honestly, you're probably in a place right now that you had no idea that you would be in this spot 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, or a year ago. Things change all the time. It's part of our mistake process. We think something's going to happen. We assume an outcome. And then something else comes along and alters that reality. And it's our job to adapt to those situations. That's the other thing that's amazing about our existence here, is our ability to adapt. You have it in you to get what you want. What do you want to change? Why are you here? What brought you to this point? Go ahead and hit pause, pull out the workbook, write down, what do you want to change? What do I want to change? I'll see you in a second. All right, welcome back. In order to make any kind of change, we have to understand where we are right now versus where we're trying to go. And if you don't know those 2 points, you can't get the proper directions on how to get to where you want to be. So you want to make a change in your life, but you don't know how to get there. It's like wanting to go to Disneyland and you don't know where in the world you are. Let's say, for example, you're in Oregon and you're trying to go to Disneyland. The directions to get to Disneyland from Oregon are completely different than the directions you would get if you were in Minnesota or if you were in Colorado or Texas. It depends on where you are in order to get the right directions to the place that you want to be. In order for you to do that with your situation, we're going to do a self-assessment. And in the self-assessment, you need to be really, really honest about your situation. Dig deep and think about what it is that's the truth. Go ahead and hit pause, pull out the self-assessment, fill everything out 1 through 5, and we'll see you back here in a second. All right, welcome back. Good job filling out the assessment. And you may have learned some things. You may be a little surprised. If not, then you may be pretty self-aware and just didn't know how to get things going in the right direction. Or if it's a little vague or a little unclear, we'll talk about that later. You needed to be honest. There's nobody here that you need to impress. This is you dealing with you. Or I guess me dealing with you via virtual reality. Going through your self-assessment, go ahead and take a second and choose which of those areas needs work. They all probably need work, but choose the one that you want to focus on right now. Choose the one that's bothering you the most. Why is it bothering you and what is bothering you? Choose that one thing. The reason that I say choose only one, that's one of the biggest mistakes that we make when trying to improve our situation and elevate our life. The mistake that we make is that we try to do too many things at once. We try to go on a diet and quit smoking and start working out and all of these things all at once. We overwhelm ourselves. And the reality is that we only have one ass. We can only ride one horse with one ass. If you have 5 horses, you can't ride 5 horses with one ass. You can only choose one horse. And then here's the great thing, horses follow horses. So if you get on one horse and start riding away, the other horses will start coming along with it. So what's the one horse that you want to ride right now? What's the one thing that is the most important, that's gonna make the most impact on your life by you taking the time to create the change for yourself and for the people around you? Choose that one thing, go ahead and write it down. Now, in your workbook, what's fucked up about this one thing? What's wrong with this thing that you want to change? Why doesn't it feel right to you? Take a minute, write that down. Now, the other side of this, if there wasn't anything wrong with it, if it wasn't fucked up, what would it look like? What is the outcome that you're trying to achieve with this? Take a minute and write that down. You know what you want to change now, and it's time to start working towards that. But there's another roadblock. And before you can actually start taking action and putting effort in making the initiation towards changing this thing in your life, there's something you gotta do first. You gotta stop blaming shit. You gotta stop blaming yourself, the people around you, other circumstances, the government, social media, whatever it is. Stop fucking blaming it. It's in the past. You have to focus on your future. All that stuff that you have accumulated in your mind about why you aren't where you want to be right now in life is your bullshit story. Fuck your story. It's time for you to focus on what's important. It's time for you to focus ahead, not behind. Here's how we stop blaming shit. It's a really easy thing to do, but it's really hard for us to accept internally sometimes. You have to forgive. You have to forgive yourself. That's most important. You have to forgive yourself for the mistakes that you've made already. You have to forgive yourself for the pain that you're experiencing right now. Anything that you're blaming yourself for and that you could have, should have, wanted to do better, you gotta let it go. You have to forgive yourself and be able to move on. You have to forgive your parents, you have to forgive your friends, you have to forgive your coworkers, you have to forgive whoever it is, whatever it is, you gotta let it go, because if you don't, you're gonna be chained to a rock. You're gonna say, okay, let's go, and you're gonna get 3 steps ahead, and you're clamped, and you're locked down, and you're not gonna be able to go anywhere unless you drag this rock with you, dragging this boulder along, and it's just gonna hold you back from getting what it is that you actually want. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit pause right now, and you're gonna fill out the workbook about the forgiveness that you are about to give to yourself and the other people around you. Go ahead and take that minute. We'll see you in a second. Welcome back, and awesome job. You've taken the first step towards forgiveness. Now the next thing is taking it internally. But before you do that, we're gonna do a quick review. First of all, believe in yourself. Believing in yourself takes steps, and we're gonna go through those steps of initiation, effort, and seeing it through to the end, no matter what the outcome. Number 2, stop relying on others for things for yourself. Number 3, you're gonna make mistakes. Accept it. Number 4, you know what you wanna change, and you know why you wanna change it, right? You know the feeling that it's causing you. So here's your homework. Your homework is to go sit someplace nice and quiet, no distractions, close your eyes, take a bunch of just big deep breaths. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna clear any resentment around your situation. Anything that has to do with blaming somebody else, judgment of yourself or others, your friends, your family, whatever, and you're just gonna let that shit go. You're gonna forgive the past. Then you're gonna focus on the thing that you wanna change and the reason why. What's the feeling? What's the pain that you're experiencing that is causing you to want this to change? So focus on that. Go find someplace, sit down, take a deep breath, clear the resentment, and focus on what you want to change. And then in the next video, we're going to talk about how to build your strength and get that mow. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.